Rally together.
The second is a healer, a destroyer. She's the original Kundalini goddess, and she will have the last word because the energy that pulsates in our body is actually her energy, and she's both. On one aspect, the flip side of her is the goddess Heru in her sexual and in her romantic aspect, creative aspect. In her ferocious aspect, she is the goddess Sekhmet, and in her tame aspect, she is the goddess Bast or Bastet. Either way, I've always had a connection with her, and I'm glad to come and be with the family. So this is like a family reunion. I've only seen, they have one big statue down in Atlanta of her, but now they have 4. Hey, that is great. Right. We're going to hang out here and eat some kibbles and bits. All right. We got about 12 cats around our house, stray cats, so they're going to be pleased to see
Yeah, they're going to be happy about that.
their ancestors, where they came from.
That's it's funny.
We're going to take this for Brother Sinetta.
Black power fish, yeah.
It's the original, where the original black power fish come from. Brother Sinetta should be pleased to see this arm right here. But I would hate to see the statue that it came from.
Yeah. Well, that's the head.
Oh, that's right. Okay, that's the head. Wow. Wow. And that is a king. They don't even know the name.
Okay, I'm in Hocus the third.
Okay.
I'm in Hocus the third.
I'm in Hocus the third. Wow.
You can't disguise those lips and that nose, man.
I hear that.
Yeah, straight. There's no if, buts, or maybes. You know what I mean? Cheekbones, nose, the lips told you definitely the story of who's who, you know?
Ultimately, a great symbol, greatest symbol of alchemy. And you know, alchemy is the study of melanin. And the Sphinx is a composite figure, which any kind of composite figure that they show, usually that is talking about it's a symbol of alchemy, because alchemy is combining all the elements in the universe and ultimately coming together in the body to make the smooth ashlar with the Masonics call it, or they also the philosopher's stone. And that's ultimately what the Sphinx is, because it's a combination. It's Harmaket, but it's actually Heru and Mayat in a pyramid coup. Harmaket. The Arabs say they call him Abu, the father of the globe on the Arabic aspect of the actual Sphinx. But it has great mysteries and all. Some, says the original Lion of Judah, because it's also called the resting place of the lion, where you get the word Rasta from. It's also called the baby lion, the Babylonian plateau. So before it was the rest of the plateau, it's called the Babylonian plateau in pre-dynastic Egypt. The Gnostic text was dug up in 1945, the Nag Hammadi Library in Bentley Leighton's scriptures, a book called The Gnostic Scriptures by Bentley Leighton. When they translated the Nag Hammadi library, they kept saying this Babylon to it. But then when they traced it, they found out that was one of the names of the Sphinx, the baby lion, or the Babylon, or the mother and her baby. So probably that whole, and so that's also connected with Sekhmet also. It's Jeremiah documents in ancient Egypt light of the world. So it has a lot of things, but ultimately the ultimate secret is alchemy, and ultimate secret is also melanin, but it's also called Horus on the horizon. So the word Heru, which means great face. And that's in the face, the great face is the great face of Horus. But what is the real great face? The mystery of the great face is the pineal gland is actually the face of God. So that's what Heru means. In Greek it means great face. So you got the great face of the Sphinx. And this is very interesting about the Sphinx because Edgar Cayce in them, he did a prophecy that there would be the Hall of Records would come under the Sphinx. And when the Hall of Records are open, it would be a great manifestation of an avatar called John Pineal. But they was thinking it was actually a literal Hall of Records. They haven't been able to find it in the Hall of Records. But the Hall of Records that was talking about the Sphinx and dealing with melanin is the Akashic records. The word Akashic means black substance. So it's talking about Akashic records other than a Hall of Records. So they misconstrued it, but yet they have the Education Society has spent millions of dollars and even got an office in Cairo. And I'm still trying to get to the bottom of that, and they don't understand. The Hall of Records is talking about us. You see what I'm saying? In that particular case, we're talking about the new UK gods of Britain, as well as the Africans in the diaspora that have the melanin, which is Akashic records. So the Sphinx has a whole lot of meaning and stuff like that. But obviously, this is some kind of stone.
Yeah,
it came from
the beard.
The beard.
The beard of it, yeah.
Oh wow!
Which they recovered. So,
wow. So that's even great to have that.
Yeah. You know, so apparently he had a beard.
Right.
You know. Yeah.
That's out of sight.
That's part of the beard. And that's the part there that came off.
Yeah, you can see it on the side there.
Yeah.
We don't know if it came off. I'm saying.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Bulldogs that shit.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it didn't come off. It was shot off.
That's what we were saying before we come in there.
Dynamite stuff, you know what I mean?
How they try to make the ancient buildings of the past, like they try to make the British Museum look ancient. You know, like as you're coming in, you've got the pylons and stuff.
Exactly.
But you look up around, you see the buildings are falling down. You go to the ancient sites that they're trying to mimic, and they ain't got the same architecture.
My sarcophagus is in here, me in a past life. We gotta find it.
Yeah?
It just came to you. There was
Let's
one
find
over
it, man.
there.
Okay. Right,
We gotta find this.
we gotta find it.
My sarcophagus is in here.
This one's next.
Okay, we'll go back.
Okay, we're gonna go now. But there's a few of them.
We need to talk about this doorway. This is very important.
There's a black one, the black one that you can touch. That way.
This is very important. I was selling these things.
I remember.
This is the doorway. Now, they said what would happen with the doorway is people couldn't understand how could you have a wall-up stone and call it a doorway. They say the key was not to go through the door physically, but to train your mind to go through the door astrally. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a doorway, and you're supposed to train your mind to travel through it astrally. We saw a small one down in Atlanta, but this one is the biggest one I've seen. Wow.
It looks as well like they're making modern
I'm not no
modification.
camera buff. This one, I just want to snap a picture. This other doorway, that's going to be hard. I'll be like, right.
Go ahead.
And they're making alterations to it as well. That's alterations, that's modern. They're just making alternations to that, so you know, that's.
And then they got the cheek to say, please do not touch the object, you know? These guys, man, damn teeth.
Steal our shit and then tell us how we should, what we should or should be touching.
Yeah.
See your other productions still.
Say that?
I see your other productions.
Okay, which one?
The one with Azazel.
Okay, the London ones,
still.
yeah?
Yeah, man.
Alright, cool, big
How
up.
can you say that that's not a brother?
I hear that.
I don't care how much you try to lighten up the skin. Look at that hair. There's no way you can't say that that's not a brother. Even that one right there. Termite is only on this floor?
Yeah, it goes all the way down, but around there, then you can
We gotta go back and see. Let me go back and see the sarcophagus.
Yeah, but then you start going to the Babylonian Mesopotamian.
Yeah, right.
So we can come back round to the. We can go this way.
We'll go this way and go.
And then go round.
Yeah. If it's not locked up, I have one here. But if it's not locked down, some stuff that they have in the basement, certain people don't get to see.
Well, most of the stuff they took is in the basement.
Okay, right. This is just a big, large monument.
There's a Moorish section here,
Yeah,
obviously it's under the Islamic Empire. You know, we know the Jedi mind tricks.
Yeah,
So, you can get there as well, so you can mash up the dance.
I know you don't rap with the Moorish. You're the Moorish.
Alright.
Masonic road. Well, the guys over there.
That's what they got. Another aspect of voodoo.
Actually derived from Osiris. Osiris in his Phoenician form becomes Pan and Dionysus. And so Pan and Dionysus, so by the time the Knights Templar come up, they take a composite of all that and make the Baphomet. The Knights Templar, in the book Ivory Shah book, called the Sufis. And then he said that they made the Baphomet to venerate their founders, which was the Moors, the perfect man. And the Baphomet is supposed to mean the head of the Moor, the perfect man. The black man, the perfect man, and that's all documented in Ivory Shah's book. You know, so it's actually the Moor. Yeah, in that book, the Sufis.
In modern day occultism, Baphomet has been twisted into some demonic figure.
Well, actually, that is the way that the priests used to do stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, it's Saturn. The goat god is Saturn. You see what I'm saying? The chastiser. So to the neophyte, it is the same monster that tell you don't go in that doorway.
Yeah.
But to the priest, they understand in actuality it is the doorway and it is enlightenment. Yeah.
Got the deity Min over there. You can see them taking out the penis. So he's got a penis here, but that you can see that that's blatantly taken out. You know what I mean? Because some people are embarrassed.
Or some twisted cracker use it for a vibrator, or some, they get twisted like that.
They probably got it down in the basement doing some rituals with it.
You got it, brother.
You know, so, you know, that's the kind of mindset.
They try to come across all clean cut, you know, and above boards.
Yeah.
You have to remember they stole this to get it here, you know what I'm saying? They're not preserving it. Don't be fooled.
Tired, the great mother, flanked by two Herus. So this is awesome. The two Herus, where you get your Lilith paws from. Claws.
Yeah.
But this is the great mother. The great mother. All right.
You see her at the center of the
zodiac.
Yes. Can you just give us a little insight into that? Give us a little insight into that. A representation why she's at the center of the...
Giving birth to the universe. She is the great mother. And the little dog that she's giving birth to, the original one was Set, pre-dynastic Set, in which all of the dynastic gods get their attributes from. So the pre-dynastic Set was the primordial god of all time, mother and son, Tired and Set. And a Typhon and Set. And later on, although he was relegated as the adversary in the dynastic, the actual attributes of Osiris, Tahuti, Horus, and Anubis, because it's hard, the elder said all of that was set.
All right.
You see, he said all of that was set at the pre-dynastic set, you know, and so all of his attributes, you know, yeah.
All right. While we're here, I need to highlight, you need to see this guy here, the security guard. He's just been sent over for something. My spirit's telling me that straight. But when you look at him, my man's not human, brother.
Because the way he even walked past,
Yeah.
I don't say, I noticed the way he walked past.
And look at his man's not human.
You know what I mean?
He ain't human.
Some clone is just been freshly come out of. Yeah,
As soon as he walked past, I felt it. As soon as he walked past, I felt it. Then I looked at him and
You
I
can see the way he was looking at us and all that. Look, he's got an agenda and he's machine. That's robot. Zombie. Mechanical.
So here, room on top of that.
Yeah.
It's ironic, but that's the Egyptian deck that she pulled in the lecture. The actual,
Right, that's right. That's
The
right.
high
Yeah,
priestess
the high priestess.
was
Yeah.
actually, they chose that for that tarot card.
And that's the energy that was in the
Yeah.
all that energy, yeah.
Where's the little right up?
Who in the world gonna lift all this? What you thinking the same? I'm like, this is no way. I don't care how many men are gonna.
You talk to
say they're gonna push this.
You need like 50 men at least. Even not even 50 men now don't think of like this.
I don't think
You need
so.
some real heavy machinery.
Yeah, you do.
See that?
I don't know what it is. I need to get some agenda.
Yeah.
This is what we are. Trisha. Look.
The scary big man. You know?
These are the big, they didn't bring these.
Oh, I was gonna
Stuff that they bought for the museum, the exhibit from the British Museum, they didn't bring these big pieces.
Yeah, right. They just gave you some little.
Well, there was a lot of it, but it was stuff that they could get. It wasn't monumental pieces like this big scale. At least this.
Okay, this, yeah.
Those three vests. Which also represent the fairy kingdom, the quantum world. Vests later on became the leprechauns.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
You find that all in the Irish and Celtic
Irish,
mythology and
Celtic,
stuff as well, yeah?
The god Nim.
Yeah.
Even got Greek paints. You look at even the Greek paints, why do they still have this? That means that the Greeks were black. That means why would they have braids if it was another culture other than black? These are the Greek paints. See? And this one here, you have that thicker locks.
Yeah, like to the Babylonian.
Yeah.
You got to see the Babylonian. That was the shrine for Amun Ra.
Beautiful.
Lily. Oh, that's who I wanted to get. There she go.
Queen of the night.
Yeah, Lily.
they got these two warriors going to war, but they show a man, but they show a monster. So in so many words, the monster also represents the power inside of
him, right, that's right.
You got some both of them have names. That's what
But when you see that now, I think that's they'll take that story logical. They'll think, oh, maybe a lion fighting a man.
I remember that because we used to do these plays at school, and it was always done from the physical perspective. There was no metaphysical or spiritual understanding of it. They taught it as this guy, Legend of the Minotaur. That was one of the plays. I never always remember. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And they do it from a left brain, you know. Right, real talk. What we were just saying, this is the original dickhead, and if you look at the helmet of the brothers wearing, kind of makes sense. So true.
Pine cone that I showed in the lecture.
Yeah.
The tree of life.
Yeah.
The pine cone and the bucket. He's the real actual one. And another one with the same thing. The man with the two rings. The Lord of the Rings. These Evil-headed man. Also, that's a representative of Horus too. But the eagle represents the eastern state. Pine cone is the pineal gland and the bucket of water. And then they got a man doing it over there. Wow.
So this would have been like the Babylonian version of the Kabbalah. You understand? So all cultures had it. We had it in the Temple of Kamombo, ancient Ken. They obviously have it. That's what the so-called fake Judan is. The fake Jews running around now trying to, promote and claim that, oh, it's their thing, they're the chosen people. But obviously we can see there, it's evident that you see the different spheres of the tree. You know what I'm trying to say? So that was their version of the Kabbalah there, by the Babylonians.
Holy for liquor.
Yeah, well, that's, so you imagine what kind of spirits went into this moment. This
Ultimate libation. I needed these for years. Interesting because those are the boats in the underworld, and that's Apocalypse. And all,
celestial ships.
Yeah, wow.
I think you quoted a book by Evelyn Stratton. Evelyn Stratton. The Celestial Ships of the North.
Yeah, Evelyn Stratton. Yeah. Celestial Ships to the North. Yeah. Looking at actual panels from the Book of the Dead. We saw these in America back in 2002 and 2003. There's your judgment scene with Osiris. It's your Book of the Dead.
Come forth by day.
Coming forth by day.
Say that again, bro.
These are pictures of